The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, 9th Chapter, text number 18, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on February 25th, 1976, in Mayapur, India.
Suham priyasya suhita paradevutaya Leela kathastava nrsimha virincha gita anjastitarmi anagrinan gunavipramukta durganite padajuga layaham satanga. So, in this verse, two words are very important. One is Virincha Gita. Virincha means Lord Brahma. And she followed, just like we, Gauriya Sampradaya, means we belong to the Brahma Sampradaya. Our Sampradaya begins from Lord Brahma. There are similar other Sampradaya, just like Rudra Sampradaya, then Kumara Sampradaya, and there is Lakshmi Sampradaya, Ramanuja Sampradaya. So there are four Sampradayas. Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Kumara Sampradaya, and Lakshmi Sampradaya. And if we do not take either of these Sampradaya in this disciplic succession, then our attempt to advance in spiritual life will fail. Sampradaya vihinaji mantrasti vifalamata. You cannot manufacture your own prayers unless you follow the footprints of Mahajan. They are Mahajan, the Brahma Mahajan, Lord Shiva Mahajan, Kumara Mahajan, Lakshmi Devi is a potency, spiritual potency of Lord Vishnu. Lakshmi Narayan potency. She is always engaged in massaging the lotus feet of Narayan. You have seen the picture. Sri Sampradaya. Sri. She is known as Sri. Sri means opulence, fortune, beauty. So she is the reservoir of all these things. So she has got, it is called Sri Sampradaya, the Ramanuja Sampradaya. They are called Sri Sampradaya. They worship Lakshmi Narayan. Everyone worships the Lord and His potency, spiritual potency. Just like we worship Radha Krishna. Similarly, the Ramanuja Sampradaya, they worship Lakshmi Narayan or Sitaram. So, we should follow the Sampradaya. Sampradaya Vihinadi Mantrasti Vipalava. So, here, Prahlad Maharaj said that Prahlad Maharaj is also Mahajan, because he follows Mahajan. He says, Virincha Gita, I will enjoy, I shall relish Tavo Leela Katha, your pastime, the narration of your pastime. But it is not that narration as it is written by some mundane, dramatic drama writer or novel writer. No, not that. That is useless. You should not touch If some ordinary person has written something about Krishna's Leela, you should not touch it. It must be in the Sampradaya. Must be authorized person. Otherwise it is useless. You should not touch it. Therefore he specially mentioned, Leela Katha Stava Nrsimha Virincha Gita, which is given by Mahajans like Brahma. Just as we offer prayer from Brahma Sangha, we cannot offer prayer from any other person written by any other nonsense. No, that is not possible. Very interesting. There is power. If you recite the prayers composed by Mahajans, it has got spiritual power. Just like in your country, Mr. Max Muller, he is very famous as translator of Vedas. But many scholars, they have read the translation of Max Muller, but nobody could understand what is the purpose of Vedas. Because he is not in the line. He is useless. Similarly, that French professor, he has mentioned specially in comparison to my writing, he has rejected even Aurobindo and Dr. Radhakrishna. Yes, that is right. What Dr. Radhakrishna Aurobindo knows about Krishna consciousness? Because they are not in the line. They simply try to exhibit their erudite scholarship. So that is useless. Navatma pravachanena labdha, na medhaya, na bahuna sutena. This is the injunction given in the Vedas. Ayamatma, self-realization, God-realization. Nayamatma balahinena labdha. One who has no spiritual strength, he cannot understand. It is not possible. Nayamatma balahina na medhaya. If you have got very good fertile brain for manufacturing, concocting ideas, that doesn't mean you will be able to understand Krishna. That is not possible. Nayamatma pravachanena labdha na medhaya na bahuna sutena. Only one who is favored by Krishna and his, I will say, confidential devotee, what is it? One cannot understand. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is given warning that I shall recite the narration of your pastime, which is composed by Brahma. Virinchi means Shiva Virinchi Nuta. That is the secret of success. You cannot compose by whimsical way. No, that will not be possible. Therefore, the next word is very important. When he says, Padujugalaya hamsa sangha. Padujugalaya hamsa sangha. This is possible when we associate sangha. Sangha means association. Whose association? Padujugalaya hamsa. One he is, because Krishna's feet is compared as lotus feet we say. So when there is lotus, there is hamsa, swan. Swan, you'll find. That is the difference between the crows and the swan. Crows gather in a place, filthy place, where all rotten things are kept. The crows come there. Where all rotten things are there, all the crows will come. But when there is lotus, the crows will not go there. The hamsas, so on, they will go there. Even in the bird society, there are classes. Crow society, swan society, pigeon society, sparrow society, everyone has got society. But one society is different from another society. Similarly, where there is Krishna Katha, the crows like man will not come. Where there is cinema, where there is prostitute dance, where there is drinking, the crows like men will gather. Tadvayasa tirtham. Vayasa means crow. So, natad bachas chitra padam harer jasa praganita karichi tadvayasam tirtham. Any literature, very nicely written, just like Shakespeare writing or some other big mundane writers, they are writing. It is very nicely written, grammatically very correct, and metaphorically very nicely meant. Tatado bachas chitrapadam. Chitrapadam is very artistically written. There are literatures very artistical. Natad bachas chitrapadam harere jasa prajanita nakariti. But there is no glorification of the Lord. Simply literary presentation. Such kind of literature is described as the bias. This kind of literature is preferred by the class of men who are like crows. But the Vedic literature, which is sung by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, a devotee, even that is broken language presented. Tat ginanti sinanti sadhava. They will be accepted by saintly persons. They will sing it and they will accept it. That is the secret of success. If your literature is exactly following the Mahajana Sadhana, then it will be liked by highly advanced saintly person. And if it is a presentation of modern literary career, therefore that gentleman has rejected him, Aurobindo and Dr. Others he has rejected. They are usually other commentation on Bhagavad Gita. But he has rejected even Aurobindo and Dr. Radhakrishna. Dr. Radhakrishna is well known as a big philosopher, and Aurobindo is also known as great speculator. But he has rejected. Yes, they should be rejected. Because it is biasati. What is the use? Jugglery of words. It has no facts. All imaginary. All imaginary. So they are going on there. Therefore one must be warned, as Prahlad Maharaj says. This is Mahajana. Prahlad Maharaj, as he is saying, we must accept. We should not indulge in speculation of literature, literary career, which is never touched by the Mahajana. So, it is that one must be, the literature must be Virincha Gita. Why you are giving so much stress on Bhagavad Gita as it is? Because it is spoken by Krishna. Similarly, anything written by Krishna's pure devotee, That is important. Otherwise it's not important. It is not important. Soham priyasya suhila. We should be engaged always. Reading book is very good. But it must be written by authority, then it is good. Otherwise if you read 24 hours the newspaper or ordinary book, that kind of reading is simply a waste of time. But if we read authorized literature, then that what will happen then? Then andasa astitarami anubrinam gunavipra mukta. Very easily, simply by reading such book, we shall be free from material entirely. Simply. Because that's like Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavan Krishna, they are identical. There is no difference. Don't think when I am reading Bhagavad Gita, not with purpose, then I am bereft. But to associate with a desire that I shall be able to associate with devotee and Krishna, then Bhagavad Gita is not different from Krishna. There is no difference. Advaigat. Advaigat means without any difference. Vadanti tat tattam idas tattam jadgyanam advaya. Advaya. If you are a devotee, bona fide devotee, when you read Bhagavad Gita, you must know Krishna is there. If you are a pure devotee, when you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna is there on your tongue, dance. Don't think otherwise. Krishna is there. Nama Chintamani Krishna. Nama. Anyone who is chanting Hare Krishna without any offense. 10 kinds of offenses, you know that. By avoiding offense, if you chant Hare Krishna, then you must know that Krishna is there. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasavigraha Purna Suddha Nitya Mutta Avinda Tyad Nama Namina. Similarly, when we read literature, Lila Katha, just like we are reading now, Srimad Bhagavatam, this is Lila Katha of Krishna and his devotee, Lord. This is Lila, exchange of dealing between devotee and the Lord. The whole Bhagavat, it is called Bhagavat. Why? The only subject matter is Bhagavan and Bhakta. Bhagavan is the Lord and Bhakta is devotee. It has no other. You won't find any newspaper writer that there was earthquake in London and this and that. You don't find hardly. It is not like that. But Mahasatitham, not for the enjoyment of the crows like man. It must be swan. Hamsa. Hamsa, why? Hamsa is taken from Hamsa. Hamsa has the capacity, Hamsa means swan, he has got capacity. If you give to the Hamsa milk mixed with water, the Hamsa has got the capacity, it will drink the milk and reject the water. Therefore Hamsa. Paramhamsa means, although they are in the material world, they are kicked out in material things, but he has taken Krishna. That's all. Krishna is there, everywhere is Krishna. Ishavasyaminam sarvam. Even in this material world there is Krishna. But the Hamsa can take him. Not the crows cannot take. Therefore difference between the crows and Hamsa. So those who are In Krishna consciousness, they are being trained up to become hamsa, or they are hamsa. They don't care for anything, material thing. They are concerned with Krishna. Therefore, Param. Krishna is everywhere. Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuta. But the devotees can take Krishna from anywhere. Jihad, how it can be taken? What is the process? The process is this devotional service. If you are engaged in devotional service, in any way you are with Krishna. Thank you very much.